Hey, all right, everybody. Look, I've got another box. Right, so what's inside this box today? Well, it's the Engwe L20 3.0 Pro. So let's have a look what's inside the box, pull it all together, and then get it back by here so we can have a good look. So inside the box, we got another box here with the front stem. We got the seat there. We got the front mudguard. We got the fast charger there. We got the front wheel. Then we got this box here with the side stand, pedals, pump, some bolts, some spanners, front axle, and the derailleur protector. Now, we've got this front axle here. It's got one spacer on one side and a couple of other things on here. So it doesn't quite show in the manual which way this goes. So I'm going to have to put it on the bike just to see how it goes. I'm assuming that the spacer will be on the non-brake side, I think. Anyway, let's try it out. So hopefully this makes sense. This bit here, I don't know if you can see that bit there. You've got that bit there. There's the washers and the nuts. Don't put them on. You've got the small piece on the brake side. Then on the non-brake side, you've got one of them bits and a spacer. And you've got these little rubber things here. That's to stop dirt and wet getting into the bearings, that is there. So then you put the washer then, if I can try and do this with one hand, put the washer on the end of there like that, like so, get on there, like that, and then the nut on there. This is really difficult with one hand, holding the phone, and with other nuts in my hand as well, like that, look, okay? So nut and washer on the outside, thingy-jiggly and a spacer, and the rubber thing, this side, washer, nut on the outside, then the thingy-jiggly bit on the inside. Right, okay, here it is, all put together. Nice looking bike, nice colour as well. It does come in the black version, I'll put that by there. Now, what do I have to do to put this bike together? Well, put the seat in, pedals on, front mudguard, front headlight, front wheel, and this bit of the steering stem and the handlebars, and put them on as well. So it was quite easy to put together. I did show putting the axle on. That only goes on a specific way, so I hope that made sense when I showed you putting that bit on. But anyway, I'll stop waffling. Let's have a little bit of a closer look. So what have we got? Well, we have got front suspension, and we have got rear suspension there, and then down by there we've got a mid-drive motor. So I'm looking forward to trying this out. Mid-drive motor, they're always nice. We have got the rear rack there, which says maximum 25 kilograms. And on the front here, there is a plate there. But there, look. And I believe that fits the rack that Engwe uses. It's sort of a standardised size. So you could add a rack to the front as well. So looking here at the brakes and the tyres, we've got 180mm discs there, hydraulic brakes. Then the tyre is 20 times 3 inches. So this is what it looks like with me sitting on the bike. I'm 5'10", 178 centimetres or 1.78 metres. You can see it is a nice comfortable position. These handlebars do go up a little bit higher, like that, and a little bit lower. You have got quite a bit of adjustment there. The way I've got this set up is I like to have my seat up high, so your legs don't come up too high, but I am sort of on my tiptoes with the seat in position like this. So we got a nice bright front headlight there. Then at the back here, we've got the rear tail light, and the brake light is sort of, it uses sensor motion, and if you stop quickly, the brake light comes on as well. Looking up here on the handlebars, 7-speed Shimano there, nice display there. Then over by here, you've got your buttons, you've got your horn button there, which is very, very loud. You've got information button, on-off button, plus and minus button. And then if you want to go through the numbers by here, if I press like that, look, you can see it all goes different colours until you get to the top, which is pink. So here we have the magnet of truth. So the frame is made of aluminium, the stem there, aluminium, all this part of the steering is aluminium. Down by here, these forks, they feel like they're aluminium as well, on this top part here. The mudguards, they're plastic. The wheels, aluminium. These pedal arms, aluminium. This seat post, aluminium. Then this bit here, the actual rack here, is made of steel. So it's mostly an aluminium construction. So the battery is easy to remove. So here's the battery. Use the keys. Now I don't know if you can see down by there. That's the charge port there. When the battery is on the bike, let's put the keys in here. If I can find what it is, like that. Give it a bit of a turn, like that, and the battery comes out nice and easy like that. So let's have a quick look what's on the back of here. And it says 48 volts, 15 amp hours, or 720 watt hours. And it has got an on-off button. But there, so when you want to turn the bike on when you first get the bike, you've got to take the battery out and turn it on there. It's all in the instruction manual. Okay then, that was a look around the L20 3.0 Pro. Let's get this bike out on the old open road. Right, okay, what we'll do, we'll go down that way, the way I'm pointing, that way down there, and we'll try a speed test. So let's go and get on with it. Right, so I assume that is locked to 15.5 miles per hour, so let's put it in. We'll put it in gear 7, and we'll go for it. And we're up to 15, there we go, 50, it does cut out to 15.5. Let's see how fast I can go with pedal power. I can only go 16 miles per hour. The wind is blowing onto me, so let me turn around and go this way. It's a bit downhill the other way, so we'll see how fast we can go with just me pedaling. Let's go around this way like this. Whew. It's quite cold today. So let's go. Yeah, 15.5 and that's it. 18 miles per hour, 19, 20, 21. So, I got the 21 with pedal power, but you would be puffed out if you want to keep it pushing that at 21 miles per hour. Anyway, we'll go up by here. We'll turn left. I think I might go a slightly different way today. I might go a little bit further because this bike does feel very comfortable, very nice to ride. And actually, we'll do the hill test, the normal one, and then maybe I'll go for a little drive somewhere else. Mind you, it's very cold, so it all depends whether I can stand the cold or not. Right, okay, here we go, up the hill. Now I'm actually in gear 7, and it still feels quite easy to pedal, so let's go a little bit further up here. Now the obvious advantage with a mid-motor is that you have got the gears, so it does give you a little bit more torque, but like I said, I'm in gear 7, going up this bit of hill by here, and it's still fairly easy. Yeah, it's easy in gear 7. So I'm wondering if I can actually go up this steeper part of the hill in gear 7. We'll try it. If I can't, I'll put in a lower gear, but we'll try it. Now, we're coming to the tunnel. So let's put the headlight on. Hold the plus button down. Headlight is on. Not quite sure if it's going to be pointing in the right direction because I haven't tried it in the dark yet. Any cars behind me? No, it looks okay. So let's slow down in the tunnel by here. Like that, there's the light there. It's a little bit high, but I don't know if you can see. Let's avoid that in the middle of the road here. It is quite a good headlight. Look there, over there, look. Over there. As headlights go on e-bikes, it's pretty good. Not fantastic, not adequate, better than adequate. It's pretty good. Now, let's see if I can go up this steep part of the hill in 7th gear. Surely I can't. Now here we go, this is the steepest part by here. We haven't got a boost button or a throttle. All we've got is torque sensing pedal assist. I'm in, like I said, gear 7. We're going up here in gear 7. 7! And we're doing 13 miles per hour. I am putting a little bit of effort onto the pedals, but nothing terrible. Only ever so lightly. And we're on 14 miles per hour now. So I can safely say this mid motor has got plenty of torque. It feels more than the hub motor versions. There's a car coming this way. Is he going to stop there? Yes. The car stopped. So there we go. But I wanted to go to the right. Okay, thank you. So I'm going to have to go across this cattle grid, because usually we do a seat test by here, so we'll go back around and we'll stop by here. Okay, so the seat squish test. So very, very squishy there. Very squishy all the way around. There's my hand for reference. So it's quite a wide seat. It is sprung underneath there, look, 2 springs. And you've got the rear suspension. So it is nice and comfortable. Anyway, seat squish test, that's a winner. Let's get up the rest of this hill up there. The steepest part is just up there. It's a small part, which is the steepest part. We'll go up there as usual. We'll try the walk function, and we'll try going up there and do the brake test on the way back down, and then we'll go somewhere else. Right, I've made it difficult for myself. Well, we'll find out now, because I'm in gear 7 and I'm on a hill. So can I pull off in gear 7 on a hill with the torque sensor mid-motor? So let's try. And the answer is, yes, I can. Oh, that's quite easy to pedal off in gear 7. Bags of torque, fantastic. Now the one thing I have noticed, that because there's a lot of torque on the actual gears itself, when you're changing gear, I'll try and show you, you can hear it it's quite hard, you can hear it changing. So when you want to change gear, you sort of got to pedal, then ease off, then try and pedal again, because I got a feeling that I'm in gear 7 again now. Let's go back. So I'll ease off like that, then start pedaling again if it changes, and then I want to change gear down again. I'll ease off, then start pedaling again. If that makes any sense to you, because the torque sensor puts a lot of pressure on the actual gearing system, so it's quite hard on the chain. If you're pushing like really hard with this gear set, it is a bit clunky. So anyway, let's get up the rest of this hill. Now I'm in gear 5 now, and it is super easy. Let's go in gear 3 for instance, and it is a piece of cake. It is, you've got so much torque that these hills are absolutely easy. It's a breeze to go up here. Right, so we'll get up by here, just a little bit further. Once I get past this road that turns to the right there, and we'll stop by there, and the sun's out by there as well, so I'll warm up a bit as well, and we'll try the old walk function to see what it's like. So I hope the sun stays out now, because I could do with a little bit of warming up by the sun. Right, we'll stop by here. Bike is easy to get off because it's a step through. Right, okay, so if you put it in 0, does the walk function still work? So the answer is, I'm pressing the wrong button, am I? No. Yes, I am. I'm pressing the wrong button. The walk function does work in 0 pedal assist. So anyway, let's start again. Press the minus button. I kept turning the headlight on and off. So this is a very mild, look, 0.9 that says there. So that's quite a mild. Can I hold it back? How strong is it? And you can hold it back really easy. So it's, I would say it's a bit on the slow and weak side. That could, you know, be slight. Look, I'm not hardly holding it back, and I can stop it. So I'm going to say that's a bit on the weak side, not the strongest walk function. Anyway, up the top of this hill, jump on the bike, turn around, brake test. Hopefully I can find somewhere dry to pull the brakes. Right, there's a dry bit by here, so we'll try and aim for this bit by there, what I'm going over now. Once we get up there and turn around and come back down, go 15.5 miles per hour. I'm going to pull the brakes as hard as I can. Now I think it's right brake over here is the rear brake. Let me just try. Yeah. And then the left brake over here is the front brake. So let's make sure I don't get it wrong. Oh, there's a tractor coming, so I'm going to have to wait for the tractor to get out of the way now. There's a tractor, look, so I'm going to pull over by here. And wait for the old tractor. Right, okay, we'll wait for the tractor to get on his way there, and then we'll give this old brake test a go. So, I think he's far enough in front of me. Let's get going down the hill. My tyres are a bit wet. We have got hydraulic brakes, 180 millimeter discs. So let's get to, I'm going a bit fast, but I'm going at 18 miles per hour over there. So we'll slow a bit down when we get by here before we pull the brakes on. We'll get to 15. Is that about 15? About 15. Ready, steady. Go a bit faster. Go. Oh. Right, I think I was doing about 14.5 miles per hour then, but it still stopped quite easily. I didn't have to pull the brakes that hard, so we're going to call the brakes a win. So next, we'll just go down this hill, give that tractor time to disappear because I'm going to go quite fast down the hill. Just gravity to see what it feels like. Oh, I didn't look behind me to see what the brakes were like. Let's just wait for this white car to come past now, because there's a white car coming past here now. But I'm looking at the behind me and I can't see any marks on the road, so it felt like I stopped quite quick anyway. So that's the main thing, isn't it? Anyway, let's do the gravity test. Right, okay, here we go down the hill. Is it in pedal level assist 0? This is just gravity going down the hill. So we can only go so fast before I got to pull the brakes, but we're doing 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 23, 24, 25, 26, 20, 27, 28, almost 29, 29. And then I start pulling the brakes by here on the corner, like that. So there we go, that was just gravity. It felt quite planted, quite nice at speed. So it was quite nice, nothing to worry about. And okay then, here we go. Across the cattle grid. Oh, does feel quite smooth across the cattle grid. Anyway, let's carry on down this hill. Now there is an app. Now there's a process to get this app to work. Bit of a faff. You've got to take the battery out, make sure the red button is on the off position, charge the battery a bit, turn it off when the battery's charging, take it off charge, put the battery back in, lock it back in, then turn the bike on, and this device here will make a noise, and that's when you can connect the app to the bike. So it's a bit of a faff, and you've got to scan the QR codes provided. I'll put the app by here, and you've got lock the bike, you've got the headlight there, you've got the power assist levels, you've got to find my bike, ring the bell. So when it says ring the bell, it's ringing this device here, making a funny noise. It will stop in a second, so the lights flash and that makes a noise. You've got all the things by there, certain parameters, distance, duration, max speed, average speed, find my bike. If you go on there, look, you've got inductive unlocking, movement alarm after lock-in. So it comes with an alarm as well, and inductive lock-in. So the app is very similar to the one I showed on the Engine Pro 3.0 Boost. It's a very similar app. Is there anything else I can show you on here? You've got home, you've got record, so you can do your GPS and everything like that on here as well. I don't know what that is there. That's just to choose which bike, if you've got more than one bike. But there's the app, there's the thing, bit of a faff to connect it. Now there's one more thing I want to show you, just wait there. You can get the BMX style folding handlebars from Engwe. I'll put a picture there of what the price is. They do fit the, trying to think of the name, the Engwe L20 3.0 Boost. That's what it is. So it does fit them as well. And if you want to see how they're fitted, you can look at my previous video on the Engwe EP2 3.0 Boost. So there we go. If you want the handlebars, have a look on the Engwe website. Right, okay, going a little bit further today. The sun is still out, so it's warmed me up a little bit. Not a lot, but a little bit. Now, a little bit of a hill by here. Then we'll go down a hill. Then there's a big hill on the other side, so we'll try another big hill, which is bigger than the other hill, just to see what it's like, because it does feel so easy to pedal. Bit of a hill by here, but no problem for this e-bike at all. What am I in? I'm in gear 3. It's so easy. Such a nice bike. What have I got left on the battery? That is saying I got 81% left on the battery. And it says I've done 5.8 miles. So I don't know what that will be, you know, in real terms of doing the whole battery. You could times that by about 25 miles, maybe, something like that. If you was doing hills like this. If you got on flat stuff, then it's going to go a lot further, obviously. But I've been going up a lot of hills. Now, down this hill by here, and then it flattens out for a bit, and then we come to a big hill. Now, there's no sunshine by here at all, and it's blinking cold. I gotta say, it is cold. It's almost winter, so it's gonna be cold, isn't it? Right, okay, just in front of us by here now is the hill. So I'm in gear 5, I think, at the moment. And this is where it starts to get steep, so I'll go in gear, I'll try gear 2 just to see how easy it is. And it's so easy. I'll go in gear 1 just for a laugh. I don't need to, but I will. That's gear 1. That's not bad, it's all right. It's easy, but we're doing about 7 miles per hour. Right, let's go back into gear 2 because it is a little bit too easy in that gear. There we go. About 9 miles per hour now. But what a nice bike. It is a nice bike. Very comfortable and quite easy to pedal. Now, as usual, all the links for this bike will be down in the description below, so go and check it out. Now, I've been riding this bike for 6.5 miles now, and I got 79% battery left. And I'm going to say, again, and I'm not a light person. I'm not a light person by any stretch of the imagination, but I'm also not a very heavy person either. But in between, I should say. But I'm going to say, again, for me, there's not much bounce in the rear suspension. It still feels a little bit firm. Now, I know they've got a sort of, you can't put a spring on an e-bike and expect it to suit every single person, so they've got to do it for, I suppose, if somebody heavier buys the bike as well. But for me and my weight, which is around about 85 kilograms. I can't feel any bounce in it at all. So it's quite a firm shock. So most of the time, when you buy these e-bikes, sometimes you've got to change certain things to suit the weight of yourself. And I think I prefer a slightly lighter shock, but you can't go too light because then if it bounces too much, it'll make the chain too baggy when it's bouncing. You know what I mean. Anyway, let's carry on down here. Right, okay, I've come to a stop here. I'll just show you where I am at the moment. But I don't know if you can see over there. The sun is about to go down in a second. Here we go. That's where I am at the moment. That's the bike there, look. Doing very, very well. Now, I think because the sun is setting in the sky behind me, but there, let's turn around this way. Because the sun is setting over there behind me, I'm going to make my way back because it's going to be dark in a minute. So anyway, I'm going to make my way back. Right, okay then. That's my review of the L20 3.0 Pro. All the links will be down in the description below. And if you did like this video, don't forget to give it a like, subscribe, hype, do all them beautiful things, and I'll catch you in the next one. Ahoy!